Speaking Task 1. You will be asked a question about a familiar topic. You will then have 15 seconds to prepare your response, and 45 seconds to speak.
Do you prefer to pursue higher education immediately after your graduation or to first gain some work experience? Please provide specific reasons or examples to support your choice.
Prepare your response after the beep. Start speaking after the beep.
I prefer to pursue higher education immediately after graduation. I believe in the concept of striking the iron while it's hot. When we graduate, we're still in the rhythm of studying and our learning abilities are at their peak. It's easier to dive in straight to masters, rather than take a break and then try to get back into the student life. Also, advanced knowledge in a specific field can provide better career opportunities. For example, if I aspire to be a researcher, then having a master's degree is mandatory, and to reach that goal as soon as possible, it's better to continue studying right after my bachelor's degree. Finally, I feel it's easier to gain work experience after a higher degree, as, more often than not, better qualifications lead to better work roles. So to sum up, I find it beneficial to continue higher education immediately after graduation for faster and better career progress.
Speaking Task 2. You will read a short paragraph and then listen to a conversation between two people. You will have 50 seconds to read the paragraph. After, you will get a question about what you read and heard. You will have 30 seconds to prepare your response and then 60 seconds to give it. You have 50 seconds to read. Start reading after the beep. Now listen to the conversation between two people.
Hey Ted, you're a runner. Did you see this letter in the paper?
Yeah, I did, and I use those.
And?
I think it's a terrible idea.
How come?
Well, she really hasn't thought it through. Like, the thing about making them safer. What she's not thinking about is the long-term consequences of running on a hard surface.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's not good for you. It's too hard on your bones and joints. If you run repeatedly on a hard surface, it can lead to injuries, or that's what I've been taught anyway. It's better to run on a soft surface. It does less damage to your body.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, so actually it wouldn't be safer. And her second point.
About changing the way they look?
Yeah, I don't think people will like it.
So they'd use them less?
Yeah, I mean, one of the main reasons people enjoy them now is it's a way of taking a break from the rest of campus, from buildings and streets and stuff. It's, a chance to feel like you're out in nature.
Oh, so you wouldn't get that effect anymore.
Right. It'd be just like you were on a regular street or sidewalk. It wouldn't be as relaxing.
The man expresses his opinion about the proposal in the student's letter. Briefly summarize the proposal, then state the man's opinion about the proposal and explain the reasons he gives for holding that opinion.
Prepare your response after the beep. Start speaking after the beep.
The proposal in the student's letter is to pave the 3 miles of dirt running trails on campus with cement. The man disagrees with this proposal. He believes it is a terrible idea because running on a hard surface can be harmful in the long term. He explains that running on pavement can cause injuries to the bones and joints. He also disagrees with the idea of changing the way the trails look. Currently, the trails provide a break from the campus environment and allow runners to feel as if they are in nature. Paving the trails would take away this relaxing and natural experience, making them just like regular streets or sidewalks. Overall, the man opposes the proposal because it can lead to physical harm and take away the enjoyable aspects of running on the trails.
Speaking Task 3. You will read a short paragraph about an academic topic, then listen to a lecture about it. You will have 50 seconds to read the paragraph. After, you will get a question about what you read and heard. You will have 30 seconds to prepare your response and then 60 seconds to give it. You have 50 seconds to read. Start reading after the beep. Now listen to the lecture.
Let's look at Red Bull, the globally known energy drink brand, as an example of a business utilizing experiential marketing. What they did was not just promoting their product through conventional channels like TV commercials or print ads. Instead, through a broad range of thrill-based events, the Red Bull brand attached itself to experiences that relate to the high-energy, extreme sports culture around the globe. This includes things like cliff diving events, breakdancing competitions, and don't forget the Red Bull-sponsored Stratos space jump in 2012, in which Felix Baumgartner jumped out of a space capsule at an altitude of 128,100 feet. The whole event was live-streamed and attracted millions of viewers worldwide to witness the event, stirring up a global conversation about the brand. This is a clear demonstration of how Red Bull went beyond just selling a product. It sold a unique experience that fascinated its target customers. Therefore, such experiences deeply resonate with their consumers, creating a strong emotional connection with the brand and, most importantly, many notice and remember it. That, in essence, is the power of experiential marketing.
Using the given examples from the lecture, explain how Red Bull embodies the concept of experiential marketing.
Prepare your response after the beep. Start speaking after the beep.
Red Bull is a good example of experiential marketing because they don't just advertise their energy drink on TV or in magazines. Instead, they create exciting events and experiences that are related to extreme sports. For example, they organize cliff diving competitions and breakdancing contests. They even sponsored a man named Felix Baumgartner to jump from space in 2012. The whole thing was shown live on the internet and millions of people watched it. By doing these types of events, Red Bull creates a strong connection between their brand and their customers. People remember these unique experiences, and it makes them feel more positive about the Red Bull brand. So, instead of just selling a drink, Red Bull sells an exciting experience that makes people feel connected to the brand.
You will listen to a lecture about an academic topic. After, you will get a question about what you heard. You will have 20 seconds to prepare your response and then 60 seconds to give it. Now listen to the lecture.
Marketing is a crucial aspect of business that helps a company create brand recognition and establish a robust connection with its target audience. While there are several strategies used in marketing, let's zoom in on the cost-based pricing method and the value-based pricing method. Cost-based pricing is a strategy whereby a business calculates the cost of production for a product and adds a percentage markup to determine its selling price. A common example is how retail stores handle their products. They buy goods at wholesale prices and add a specific percentage on top to cover overhead costs and profit. Value-based pricing, on the other hand, involves determining a product's price based on the perceived value to the customer rather than the actual cost of making the product. This strategy often sees use in the luxury goods market, where the value is tied more to intangible elements like brand prestige and emotional appeal. For example, designer brands like Gucci and Louis Vuitton can sell their products at high prices despite their production costs, not necessarily reflecting these high price tags. By understanding the difference between these two, a business can make an informed decision on which pricing strategy to apply, taking into account its production costs, target market, and the value proposition of its products.
Explain the difference between cost-based pricing and value-based pricing in marketing strategies. Provide examples discussed in the lecture.
Prepare your response after the beep. Start speaking after the beep.
Cost-based pricing and value-based pricing are two different strategies used in marketing. Cost-based pricing involves calculating the manufacturing cost of a product and adding a percentage markup to determine its selling price. For example, retail stores buy goods at wholesale prices and add an additional amount to cover overhead expenses and make a profit. On the other hand, value-based pricing determines a product's price based on the perceived value to the customer, rather than the actual production cost. This strategy is commonly used in the luxury goods market, where intangible elements like brand prestige and emotional appeal play a significant role. For instance, brands like Gucci and Louis Vuitton can charge high prices because customers associate their products with status and quality, even if the production costs are not extremely high. In conclusion, cost-based pricing focuses on production costs, while value-based pricing considers the value customers perceive in the product.